Hello to my Virgos. Happy full strawberry moon in Sagittarius to all of my Virgos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get right into your reading, Virgos. Hopefully, you all are having a good day on today. I saw that card at the bottom of the deck. So let's get into it. Let's get right into your reading. Hopefully, you all are having a great day. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Hope the weather is good. If it's not, still make it a great day. Still try to make it a great day. So let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Okay. I am grateful for everything. I am a source, right? The creator inside of you. I am grateful for everything. All right. Let's get a angel number here. I am grateful for everything. This is a gigantic deck of cards here. 900 effects, right? So what you give, you get. All you have sent into the world has been collected and multiplied and is ready to be sent back to you. Take a moment now to reflect. What realizations have you had in recent interactions with people and places? Journal about lessons you've learned and how you plan to use it to grow. 900. Remember Virgo, and I'm talking to you wherever Virgo is in your birth chart. Virgos rule sixth house. Sixth house is all about health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices. So doesn't matter what your sun sign, sun, moon, rising, Venus. I'm speaking to these parts of whoever you are watching, cross watchers included, right? So the moon is in Sagittarius. It's a strawberry moon, right? So we're talking about the fruits of your labor. Sagittarius is the I philosophize sign. It rules ninth house. And so this is about higher learning, like law, like spiritual law, all those things, right? What's on the horizon is ruled by Jupiter, all those wonderful things. So let's get into your reading and let's see what's going on here. 9 is a creative number. Two things are closed out, right? You're leaving two situations behind, um, and you're moving on, determined to create something, for yourself, right? So it looks like you've broken some kind of generational cycle chain or curse. So congratulations to you for breaking some kind of generational cycle chain and curse, and you're grateful for everything. The great I am is inside of you. So it looks like somebody has also discovered that they are a prayer warrior. You've discovered that you're a prayer warrior, right? So here's the Five of Pentacles here. Something is very close to making its way to you. Something about your energy when you interact with energies who don't know their worth or their value, you've been able to, you have had a great effect on energies. It has a far reaching effect, right? And I'm talking to you not just if your sun sign is Virgo, I'm talking to your sixth house, right? So initially, some energies may have come into your house and their energy gave off the aura of death, right? And just kind of trying to siphon your energy. So you could have found in the physical realm, whenever certain energies, y'all know what, okay, when you've heard people say, Virgos, and drop some comments below. Sometimes when you have people into your house, be careful of who you have in your house because more things come up missing than just like your clothes or dishes or whatever. Like your joy comes up missing, your peace comes up missing. Like it looks like those things have ended, like they've died, and this is other spirit is born into your home or whatever. Somebody may have noticed in the physical sense, maybe bees, or like we had open windows, whatever, like bees or flies would come into your house, they would just die. They wouldn't even, you would just start noticing dead flies around your house, or maybe somebody's plants, you know, wouldn't last for long, even though you read the instructions and like how to take care. You could have several different types of plants, but things that were like supposed to be alive did not last for long. You could have started feeling like you were feeling sick. Something brought a particular spirit into your home. It was having some kind of an effect. in your home. Something was like looking for your energy to breathe, like breathe life into something, right? Around your health, you may have been even getting sick. Something could have felt like you were like sick to your stomach. If you felt like you were getting sick, something was happening, like you were experiencing something at the same time somebody else was feeling something, like if you had to be taken to a hospital, like, like vomiting, like just like to a point where you just couldn't stop yourself. Something happened, right? Around your health or work habits or daily routines or your fitness. Maybe you didn't have the need to go work out anymore. Your pets may have gotten sick or something happened, or maybe you used to be a person who liked serving others. Maybe you like volunteering, and something about that just kind of just went away, for you. Maybe your diet kind of suffered a bit. Spiritual practices could have taken a nosedive. You could have just felt more negative or dark energy more so than positive, because something was also simultaneously happening to someone else, right? um, and you were picking up on their energy. What you don't see on this card right here, we're talking about emotions, is water. So your energy was mirroring somebody who really needed your energy. They needed your water because something had siphoned all their energy out. Two energies has siphoned, like literally siphoned someone's energy out. In other words, somebody had done some dark moon magic on a loved one for someone, and they needed your energy. It was making them sick, right? Here's a dark, like I said, dark, right? So this is why I talk about being high vibrational so much on my channel. This is the reason right here. But something was making somebody feel lower than low. And so you telling somebody that they hold the key to their own vault door, you you putting that energy out into the universe was helping somebody go through their own powerful transformation, like helping bring someone back to life. Remember, you're not somebody's savior, but you're helping people when you're speaking life into people, when the world is speaking death, if that makes any sense. That's why you're grateful for everything, whether it's your kids, grandkids, your spouse, whomever, parents, it don't matter. You're constantly speaking life into people, constantly, because as soon as they leave that door, they leave out that house, they got teachers, other parents, kids outside, teenagers, whoever, y'all know, the world, they just put the world, draining. And for you, this is why you speak life over your own life. This is what I'm saying here. All right. Something's coming to your door so that you can just keep pouring into somebody. So continue making sure your cup is full so they can get the overflow. Right. So a celebration is happening. Some kind of homecoming is happening. Somebody is coming to you. Somebody is coming to you so you can pour into them. So it could be your grandkids, your kids, it could be your spouse, whoever. Somebody's coming to you so you could just do nothing but pour into them, because again, somebody was just draining them to death. Yeah, kind of, weighing somebody down. Here we had the Page of Swords here because somebody was an open book. And that's what you and somebody have in common, Virgos. It's it's almost like looking at your cards here is people pray for people like you. A lot of people are like this, Virgo. People will say, "Oh, you so quiet, you so to yourself," because you all are receiving sign, right? You're in hermit mode, and so people want you to open up to them. But then when you open up, if you open up to the wrong energy, they end up preying on you. Like, okay, you darned if you do, you darned if you don't, right? So, source is saying somebody is really learning how to um, gauge, become more emotionally intelligent, right? By making sure to sort of like rise above the judgment. This is the death card is connected to judgment card, which is currently retrograde, right? When people are like, "Oh, you selfish. You're always pouring into yourself." No, okay. Who else you supposed? If how can you pour from an empty cup? That's what somebody you're learning is like the world will take and take and take from you until there's nothing left, and that's what somebody is learning. It's like, okay, you can't pour from an empty cup. People gonna get your overflow, but that's if they deserve to get your overflow, right? And people will say that you want to be the center of attention when really you're just trying to pour into yourself, right? You're just trying to pour into yourself. So just looking at your cards here. So you and somebody have that same kind of a spirit. You have a very youthful spirit. It gives people a lot of ideas. You all are open books, and something about your spirit, you and someone's spirit is just kind of like this youthful, playful kind of spirit. So somebody has new and exuberant love coming across their path. And people were trying to keep you and somebody apart from each other, so you got several things happening. You have homecoming happening. Something's going to feel like a homecoming. You have new and exuberant love coming across your path. Somebody could also be purchasing a home. Somebody could also be getting married, right? So it may not be your wedding, but it could be somebody else. You could be going to a wedding, right? Or going to some kind of a celebration where you're seeing maybe going to a concert or seeing somebody on stage or whatever. But some energies are really, really trying to end something before something had even started. Like just like hating on energies, like even potential. Like what and this is it. This is we're talking about eighth house. Somebody just didn't want two people to get to ninth house, right? Eighth house is people were judging people on their renewal, whether they were renewing their lease or renewing a lease on a car or apartment, or their sexuality, or judging people on how they process death or transformation, whether it's like maybe you're going through a transformation from maybe like working in a um, one workforce into another workforce, or maybe you were going through a transformation from like working in a workforce to retirement, or some kind of transformation somebody was going through. Um, Shared finances, inheritance, loans, the occult, mystery, intimacy, whatever it was. Some energies were somebody was being judged, harshly judged on something where somebody wanted to end that. Somebody wanted to end that, right? And just trying to siphon all of just take everything away from, something. Right? Here we have the Queen of Swords here. So I see um, seeing here where somebody wanted to make somebody responsible for that. Two energies wanted to make looks like a whole organization wanted to make somebody responsible for that, by making them feel worthless, right? By basically saying somebody gives what they get. What you give, you get. It's almost like somebody wants to, like end somebody in you, saying that you're responsible for something, right? And so here's the Eight of Pentacles here. By somehow connecting, this is eight again, chaining you to your worth, to feeling, or somebody feeling worthless, like chaining your money to their money in some way, shape, form, or fashion, like making you pay for something. Yeah, making you pay for something. Here's the Knight of Swords saying you were running away from something, running away from some kind of responsibility, or making you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So it would be like it could be a lot of different things around the eighth house. hmm So, for instance, if let's say, for instance, whoever this energy is, they started. Let's say you what did I see one time on TikTok? They have a lot of informative things on TikTok, these challenges and stuff. Let's say, for instance, you happen to watch what happen to be watching tarot, and um, your best friend is there. Like your best friend, let's say your best friend is married, and your best friend, you're sitting around and you're watching tarot, and you're like, oh yes, I've been watching tarot, and this is really good, and so on and so forth. And your best friend is married to somebody who is totally against tarot, right? And that would be like a cult, to some degree, a cult, like secret knowledge about something, right? That's eighth house. It could have a chain reaction, right? Now they go home, they tell their spouse, whether it's a man or woman, whatever, and that person is like, we don't believe in that kind of stuff, it's demonic. And so because somebody doesn't believe in something, wanting to make you feel worthless, so something took off like a chain reaction. Something was like a chain reaction. So you're seeing something from a higher frequency. Somebody has a guardian angel. Somebody has a guardian angel who is helping you to end something. So how is this? Hold on. How is this guardian angel? And I'm speaking to some the sixth house. Speaking to sixth house. Somebody has a guardian angel helping to somebody end something. Somehow sixth and eighth house is connected. So somebody broke a chain. Yeah, somebody took something and broke a chain, going back through their own memory. Somebody had to go back through their own memory of how, like, this is where a motorcycle comes in. This is where you have somebody in common that rode a motorcycle. I don't know why this motorcycle keeps coming out in the reading. If somebody's trying to make you responsible for something, either some kind of occult knowledge or um, and again, your sun sign does not have to be Virgo, because this is what you have in common with someone else or a couple of other people. Things just floating through the air. But remember, once people leave the front door, a lot of things float through the air. They go to school, they're around friends, people relocate, whatever, stuff float through the air. Um, then we have the Six of Pentacles. Two energies were paid to do something, but you're not paying them any mind. Like, so two energies are paid to do something, and that's how you broke something in the spirit realm. So we're talking about your eighth house, eighth and ninth house. So this is where a fucus, remember I did the video on a fucus. Ophiuchus, once the scales are removed from your eyes, somebody is now realizing, hey, in order for you to get to the other houses, like to get to your ninth house, you're going to have to not give air, no energy to, period. No energy to these energies. You're not linking up with these energies. You're not giving any air to these energies whatsoever. You're seeing something from a higher frequency. Um, Some energies just go along with the flow. Somebody tell them, hey, put two people apart from each other, they just go along with the flow. Yeah. Separate two energies like this right here. I say you having a healthy work-life balance here, looking at your cards here. The polarity to this is first house. So somebody is definitely a prayer warrior, right? Definitely a prayer warrior. Might structure some time to pray and meditate on some things, right? Not being your own worst enemy. You had enough information. You had enough information to just go straight into prayer. You had enough information to go into prayer. Right. Yeah, here's the five of somebody is saying that you, again, what you have in common, you know, somebody has a big heart. Again, I got to reiterate this because I'm talking to your sixth house. So again, sun, moon, rising does not have to be Virgo. It can be anywhere in your birth chart. Let me say this throughout all the readings, right? But somebody is learning how to stay focused and just quietly move through storms of life, right? Knowing that a storm will eventually be over. Something is over. So somebody could be going to some kind of a celebration of something, something you're going to, right? So talking about 11th house and also Neptune, right? You're going to some kind of a celebration. Going to some kind of a celebration. Something about friendships, community goals, your hopes, your wishes, your awareness, humanitarianism, technology, the future. Something is going to feel like a dream come true for you. Um, Something that you were inspired to do. Either somebody either wrote a book or um, um, but something is very high vibrational. Something is very high vibrational. You may have been inspired to write a book or something. The books somehow play a role in something where you may have felt like you just kind of sort of emptied yourself out on maybe like the pages of a book or um and people, like I said before, that you cut ties with maybe have said, coming back, people may be saying your words will be used against you or whatever. I don't know what this is here, but something about your energy, about timing, as far as your energy is concerned. Because I'm only seeing two fire cards here in your reading. Somebody may have been overthinking something. But I feel like Source's time is perfect. Source's timing is perfect. Yeah, so I see a lot of money coming across your path from something. hmm The money is coming from two energies. Um, because you went down some kind of a path. You and I was very meticulous with something. Yeah. So in hindsight, you and someone would have moved on from something. You and somebody would have moved on from something. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the Ten of Cups here. Something is over. Yeah, you and somebody would have moved on from something. But let me see what else we got going on here. So emotionally, somebody feel like they hit the jackpot. Like in terms of your I want to say your sixth house. Like in terms of your health, I feel like somebody is very healthy. Somebody has really good work habits. Somebody, his daily routine is very structured. Someone is on top of things when it comes to fitness. If you have pets, then I mean you could have pets or maybe not have pets. Service to others. Somebody has a good diet. Um, and your spiritual practices. Somebody could just kind of like, be rich in those areas, right? You could be very rich in those areas. So, like, somebody could live a very balanced, healthy work life balance. right? You can live a very healthy work-life balance. So, so you have a message coming through. Here's a page of cups here. You have a message coming through. Yeah. There's somebody that you would not go back to. I'm seeing this pig with wings here. It's like almost like somebody would never eat. Maybe somebody would never eat. When I see this pig here, like somebody would never eat pork. Like somebody would never eat pork. Let me see. Yeah, because I'm seeing this little pan here. Like, yeah, somebody said they would never eat pork. Maybe that's what this is. Like, or somebody was saying maybe they would never go back to eating pork, even if they saw a pig fly with wings. Something about a pig flying with wings. But like in terms of a healthy lifestyle, somebody would never go back to eating, you know, certain foods. Yeah, somebody would never go back to eating certain foods because it could just be damaging for you. Something would be very damaging for you, right? So anyway, here we have light high priestess energy right here. So yeah, certain foods you would never go back to eating. Yeah. So just the depth of your love for someone is just very, very deep. Yeah. Yeah. hmm So yeah, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, so you're free. We got a message here. We had a page of wands here. So yeah, you're free of something. And here's a yeah. Yeah, so somebody is definitely leaving behind you're definitely leaving behind distractions. You're definitely leaving behind distractions, right? Something about your energy, you march to the beat of your own drum. Somebody has amethyst, right? Somebody may be wearing yellow. Yellow may be of significance to you. But I feel like somebody inspires a lot of people to get really grounded, to know your worth, your self-worth, and your value. Um, I do see you having multiple streams of income. Looking at your cards here, I'm looking at here's the Six of Pentacles here that you're getting paid for. Possibly you and somebody getting paid for. What else we have? Somebody is ending. Two energies are ending something. Something is no longer of interest to you and someone. But something is just like really shady. Like, so it could be a particular industry that somebody's not interested in, or it could be like a specific like group of energies that you're no longer interested in being around. Just because I'm saying it's Five of Pentacles. Um, Liberation. So the doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. Yes, something was not a fear or doubt for you. We're seeing this dragonfly here, and you can look up the spiritual symbol, the spiritual significance of the dragonfly, which I already know, but I want you to look it up. The some energies were so afraid of you, Virgo, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It just like I said, they would do something behind you and someone's back, like to try to make you feel worthless, like using someone else to make you feel worthless. So you're tossing something into a burning bowl and closing out a cycle. Yeah, it's like almost like somebody wanted to end someone's dreams that you sacrificed for. This whoever, yeah. So when I look at your reading here, like I said, you're liberated. I feel like you're liberated. You're free. You're tossing, burning bowl ritual here. Full moon, and I have information up on my TikTok and also on YouTube Shorts. But during full moon, you can do divination, cleanse, and charge your tools under the moonlight. You can make protective amulets. You can cleanse and charge your crystals in the moonlight. You can make moon water to drink or use in spells. You can also harvest herbs at this time because they're easier to dry. But the full moon may be a time for intuition and creativity, but also for workings associated with banishing and letting go. Once the moon reaches the peak of the energy, it slowly begins to wane. It's the opportunity to release everything that inhibits your personal growth. This could be thoughts, people, or emotions, anything that doesn't support or align with your higher self and purpose. This release of lunar energy provides the energetic boost needed for spells and rituals and any other workings that require a decrease of energy, right? Decrease of energy. So your mental health is just as important as your physical health, right? So check your request list again. Somebody is not happy without you. Somebody has an envious spirit. Pour into yourselves more. Healed people move differently. Let go and let God. Prepare for an increase in pay for somebody. Things are flowing to you like water. So somebody's spiritual gifts are heightened right now. So put yourself first. Remember, it's full moon. So grab your notepad, pen, journal, journal, journal. I mean, you could be getting downloads. People could be reaching out to you via telepathy. You can have automatic writing. I feel like somebody's psychic gifts are on 1,000 right now because of this full moon. So liberate yourself. Get to writing. I mean, for real. Write. Get out, get some fresh air. Hit the pavement. Go walking. Touch a tree. For real. Grab your journal because Source is trying to get a lot of downloads to everybody. So you inspire them to heal whoever it is. You're inspiring people. Your laughter is medicine. Like, come on now. That's sixth house going. Talking to you wherever sixth house is in your birth chart. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully this has been helpful. But liberate yourself. Liberate yourself. Um, Whoever you are. Talking to your sixth house. But something is coming to you very, very soon. Before you know it. Everything is here. So embrace the spiritual belief that everything already exists in the here and now. Live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have, right? A new chapter. When things seem to be falling apart, be aware that things may be coming together in new ways that suit the next phase of your life even better. Raise the bar. When you set higher standards for the people and situations in your life, you create space for new levels of joy and abundance. Rise above old patterns. You are complete. You are not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems. Dwell in the beauty of your being. You are enough now and always. Make room. Create space to welcome positive change into your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with your future that you are creating. And soul awakening. You are quite irresistible when your mind and heart pulse in the same rhythm. Why spend your days fighting yourself? You have better things to do. I want to say this. Okay, yeah, we got enough here. But that's what I have for you. So yeah, get ready for um, something coming to your door right away. Like I said, ideas being downloaded into your spirit, multiple streams of income. Source is trying to, I'm telling you, somebody need to get outside and hug a tree. let your feet touch the grass, because source is trying to charge somebody up with a bunch of ideas that's trying to put money in somebody's pocket and really trying to make somebody very wealthy. And so if somebody don't get outside, I mean, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing here in the cards. The moon is in Sagittarius, so you can see the fruits of your labor in your element. Um, and so money is trying to come in. Money is trying to come in. So yeah, of course, it's not just about money, paper, and coins, but I'm sure some people want to do some things to help other people. Um, so whatever it is you're trying to do, source is trying to help somebody. So you're gonna have to. That's what Ophiuchus is about. Scales from your eyes have been removed. You have some kind of an awakening. However you got the awakening, however, no matter how you got it, you got some kind of an awakening that something may have been going on, behind your back, people making sacrifices. Okay, so I had to make some more room, but yeah, what I was saying is that somebody could, on one hand, somebody could think somebody being shady because people are apart from energies. But once you realize that while some people use their hermit time to actually create something in terms of legacy that's long standing, they're making something happen that's going on behind their closed doors. They stay away from energies that's draining people dry. That's what somebody has in common. So saying, stop going along with the flow. Get on your throne, adjust your crown, find out the people that you have stuff in common with, people who are open book. Like somebody will figure it out. Somebody will figure it out. Somebody has been contaminated by people for so long. Whoever it is could be contaminated by people for so long. Don't go around this person. Don't go around that person. But somehow, how in the well, you know what? I'll just leave it right there. Source is saying to you, prepare for an increase in pay. Prepare for an increase in pay. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. But somebody is not happy without you. And I'm telling you, it's coming out of the mouth of babes. Like it's coming out of the mouth of like it's somebody's child or their grandchild or something that has just been drained being around other energies. And that should be an indicator. You're looking at kids or younger adults who don't want to be around older, but all they doing is just gossiping and just you can look at it as like, oh yeah, they're okay. They don't want to, they're not involved in some of the same stuff we involved in. Somebody telling somebody something like, okay, they're not talking about anything. They're not talking about liberate yourself, liberate your own inner child as a hermit. Liberate yourself and go to a place where you can feel like, okay, let me dial it back from 10 of cups. Now that something is over, let me dial it back to 9. 9 is the hermit number. Let me use God's wisdom. I got something good that I feel really good about, that I feel, something deep that I want to create, and something that I love that I want to create. So let me focus on that. Let me focus on that. Maybe it's a book that you were inspired by, something. Get around people that you have something in common with. This right here, the gossiping, the mm-mm. Anyway. So somebody is grateful for everything, and so somebody is learning how to move on from. Somebody's learning how, looking at the sacrifices your ancestors made. Something looks like it was just a big test. That's what this looks like. This whole reading looks like something was a big, big test for somebody to start looking at something from a higher frequency. That's what this looks like. But anyway, that is what I have for you. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in your reading. I know, I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, somebody's light high priestess now. Somebody's light high priestess. But something was definitely trying to attack your 11th and 12th house. I think everything from 6th house all the way up to the 12th house, something was trying to attack all of that. Actually, starting back from your 5th house, but somebody thought that was all fun and games to attack your 5th house. And 5th house was all about your your romantic life, your creativity, your children, your projects, your fun self, your expression, your hobbies, make things that make you feel good. It was almost like people saw that you were just too happy. These are family members. They feel like you were too happy, multiple streams of income, things are going well for you. It's like people wanted to just dial it back and make you feel like some energy made you feel like when you were younger, and somehow in their own way attach themselves to your multiple streams of income to always stay connected to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion without your knowledge. So, and that is what you have in common with other energies who are like that. When their family don't even tell them, like, okay, this is what we're doing to set you up, to keep ourselves connected to you. So when you finally pull out that sword, finally pulled out that sword, they talking about your words are going to be used against you. I mean, it's like, it's just this never ending drama, never ending. No matter how high vibrational somebody is when it comes to your loved ones, they always, if they're not doing something in the darkness that's causing some kind of death, like death to your character, death to your reputation, some kind of grief or mourning, or my goodness. So you're trying to see something from a higher frequency. Somebody is determined to just stay in the light. So that's what it is. Stay determined to work on your shadow self. I think music may be something that you're gonna have to stay in common with somebody who's keeping a high vibration with music or something. That's what I'm seeing here. Because it looks like you got the down to earth part. You got that part. Somebody could have access to money. I mean, that could be something, but anytime, every time you feel good about yourself, you got energies who are trying to stay connected to you while they're judging you, because that's what the death card connects you to, judge and trying to cause you to have a tower moment because you're in good spirits. So they got to find something wrong with you, all while staying connected to your resources. Somehow staying connected to your resources, even if they got to take you to court and do something behind your back. I mean, just, yeah. Anyway, that is what I have for you. Yeah, but that's what you and somebody who are you're apart from have in common. I mean, so very interesting is all I can say. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Sixth house, whoever, I mean, sixth house, but stay determined. Stay determined to stay in the light, stay enlightened, you know. Um, Somebody is into candle magic, right? But yeah, stay enlightened, you know. I definitely feel like somebody feels free. Somebody was always very active, looks like as a child. Somebody really likes music. You have too much in common with people who are, whoever you are, who are high vibrational to even. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Bye.